Welcome back to Parenting Pulse. Last time, we talked about what's happening in the brain during meltdowns. Today we're getting proactive, how to prevent those meltdowns in the first place.
Yes, please. If I can stop the storm before it hits, I'm in. Because let's be real, prevention saves everyone's energy, yours and the child's.
Dr. Tovah Klein says tantrums rarely come out of nowhere. Kids show early signs, frowning, clenching fists, whining, they're storm clouds.
So if I see him pacing or whining more, that's my cue?
Exactly. Step in early with connection eye contact, gentle tone, before the amygdala fully takes over.
Klein highlights the big 3 triggers: hunger, tiredness, and transitions. Add frustration when something feels too hard.
That's my son to a T. He melts down when we leave the park.
Right. Or when they need to stop playing video games. If you think about it, most meltdowns happen in those moments. The park is closing, you're heading to the grocery store right before dinner, bedtime is later than usual, or the tablet gets turned off mid-show.
Classic transition trigger. Try giving a heads up. Dr. Klein recommends bridging. 5 more minutes, then we go. It helps kids shift gears without sudden change, which often triggers panic. From my personal experience with my kids, just this one simple technique makes a huge difference in the child's ability to respond positively to your request.
I like to add a mini countdown: 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. It helps the brain prepare for the change.
And snacks. Always snacks.
Yes! Prevent hunger meltdowns by having a small snack ready for those vulnerable times.
Klein suggests keeping routines predictable, same bedtime, regular meals, so kids feel secure. She also recommends offering choices when possible. Do you want to leave in 2 minutes or 5? That gives them some control.
So they feel like they have power, not like everything's happening to them.
Right on. And watch your own stress. Co-regulation starts with your calm body and voice. Dr. Klein emphasizes recognizing meltdowns before they happen by carefully observing subtle cues like shifts in breathing, posture, or tone of voice. She teaches caregivers to notice rising tension early so they can step in with support.
She does. Klein highlights how predictable routines, like a consistent bedtime story or morning checklist, create emotional safety. That stability helps kids process challenges more calmly. She even notes that routines can make kids more receptive to open-ended emotional conversations.
You know, I used to feel so guilty that we couldn't stick to a routine. Between Maya's soccer, my work calls running late, and random life stuff, it's just chaos.
Same here. I thought I was failing because bedtime wasn't at the same time every night. But then I read about Dr. Klein's idea of small, repeatable actions. I call them micro-rituals, and it changed everything.
Micro-rituals?
Yeah, like tiny emotional anchors. A 2-minute story, a special hug, even a silly phrase like snuggle rocket launch. These become emotional cues, not time-based ones. We don't always do bath, but we always do 3 squeezes and a story. It's our thing. Even if it's 9 p.m. and we're both fried.
That's brilliant. So it's not about the schedule. It's about the signal. Like, we're safe, we're connected.
Exactly. And when tantrums hit, I've got a reset phrase: let's take a breath together. Or, let's find our calm. It doesn't fix everything, but it gives us a starting point.
I love that. It's like jazz parenting. Structured enough to guide, loose enough to improvise.
Totally. Dr. Klein points out that rituals aren't about control. They're about regulation. And honestly, that's what we all need.
So structure isn't just about preventing meltdowns. It's about setting the stage for resilience?
Exactly. It's proactive. When kids know what to expect, they're less likely to feel overwhelmed. And when small issues do arise, like a toy dispute or a tough homework assignment, they're better equipped to handle it without spiraling.
I love that these tips are small, doable things. It's not about never having meltdowns. It's about reducing how often and how big they are.
Prevention isn't about perfection. It's about catching the little cues before they become a storm.
And that means more peaceful days for everyone.
And that is it for our Parenting Pulse today. If you found this helpful, share it with others and help us grow a space filled with quick, science-backed parenting insights. Join us next time when we cover self-control in childhood and how to keep the peace without playing referee all day.
Great insights. Thank you. For our listeners, stay curious, stay connected, and remember, there's no one right way to parent. Just better ways to learn as we go.